Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Today the topic is why meditation? Well, all these people who are sitting here are all meditators, so actually this topic won't have much relevance. Bertrand Russell, in his book Kingdom of Happiness, refers to 3 types of integration in one's life if one is to attain happiness. The first one, integration between you and society. Second, integration with nature outside, its external nature. And third, integration within your own mind. Now we see that in all the 3, the common factor is our mind. It is through our mind that we connect with everything, external circumstances, people, everything. So it must be our main concern and priority to have certain degree of control over our mind. When the mind is uncontrolled, the person becomes a victim of passions, emotions, tension, which, if not dealt properly, would lead to mental illness or even criminal behavior. And the person won't be able to function and bring out the maximum potential within. Collectively, it may lead to family breakdown and even the downfall of the entire civilization. So it's very important. On the other hand, if with a controlled mind can easily get concentrated, the person may be successful even in spite of adverse circumstances. We'll be able to function properly, all because the mind is under that person's control. Now, the modern age, full of scientific and technological progress, is often described as the age of tension, age of depression, age of rage and violence. We see road rage happening all the time. We have gained great knowledge, which has given us control over external nature. And now we are very good in exploiting nature because we have got all the tools and they know how to do that. But we don't have much control over our emotions, our social behavior, our internal nature. We don't have any control, most of us. We experience biases, prejudices, anger, hatred from the external world, and we respond in the same way. And what happens? That it fills our mind with negative emotions. It's no wonder that people often become emotional wrecks and the mental illness is on the rise. We see in the news all the time, the number of cases, mental cases are increasing. There's great demand for more and more mental health facilities. Swami Vivekananda says, what we think, that our body becomes. Everything is manufactured by thought. And thus, we are the manufacturers of our own lives. We have to know this, and we need to take responsibility for our lives instead of putting blame on everybody else. The society is at fault, the parents are at fault, the teachers are at fault, school is at fault, the workplace is at fault. Everything and everybody is at fault except myself. We should take responsibility instead of putting blame on others. We have to accept the fact that we responded in the wrong way, or we didn't have any control over our emotions. No, we don't do that. We have to do that. And the time-honored method of trying to take charge of our lives, our mind, is the practice of meditation. Meditation and control of mind are interdependent. One has to have some sort of control even to try to meditate. And again, if we have practice meditation regularly, then you will get complete control over the period of time. You'll get complete control over the mind. So first, to have a little bit of control to sit for meditation. Otherwise, the mind will say, no, I don't want to sit. So we have a certain amount of at least a bit of control to sit and try to meditate. And as we go on practicing meditation, the mind slowly will come under complete control. So what is meditation? Meditation is a state of intense concentration on a spiritual ideal object. And it's not so easy to attain that state as we imagine. We often speak about sitting for meditation. We are not sitting for meditation. We are trying to sit quiet. That's all. We are trying to sit quiet and trying to watch our mind, or trying to concentrate the mind on some object. That's not really meditation, but we are trying. And so often in our ordinary language, we say we are meditating. The real meditation is a state of intense concentration on a spiritual object, and it is very hard to get. And we hear about the wonderful benefits of meditation, and we may start with great enthusiasm the practice of meditation, hearing all that. But soon we realize it's a constant struggle. It's a hard work, hard struggle. Hard struggle with whom? With our own mind. Every single person who has attempted at meditation knows how hard it is, how hard is to fix the mind even for a short time. The mind is so restless. When during our daily life, we don't notice the restlessness of the mind because we are so busy with our duties, the duties of daily life. But when we sit quietly, when we are trying to meditate, then the body is trying to sit quietly, and then see all the restlessness of the mind come. From where did all these 1,000 thoughts come up? Some of them we have never imagined. They come from the conscious mind as well as from the subconscious mind. There's an unending procession of thoughts, and mostly unrelated. If you examine the thoughts that come up when we try to sit for meditation, you don't see any particular thought going for a long time. You start, we observe, you can find that you think about one item, and then from there you jump to next one, then to the next one, and after some time you don't even realize that you're thinking different things. After some time, suddenly you realize, oh, your mind is wandering, you're thinking about different things, and then try to think back from where you started. Absolutely unconnected, unrelated thoughts, jumping from one to another. So it's quite natural, and it's easy to feel dejected and think that, oh, you're a failure. as far as concentration in meditation is concerned. I can't concentrate, I can't meditate. It's no point in trying, I'll give up. But it is not true that we cannot meditate. We cannot concentrate. We can concentrate on the things that we like. On the things which are interested, we can concentrate. So instead of feeling dejected, first of all, we have to accept that we will be distracted. That's a known fact. When you try to sit quietly and try to concentrate your mind, first of all, accept number one, the mind will be distracted. Don't feel dejected. Try to bring it back again and again. That's the only way. And the very fact that you realized that your mind is distracted is a step forward. If that happens after some time, the first day or second day, you don't even realize that your mind is distracted. But after some time, after a few days or a few weeks, you realize that your mind is going away. Mind is getting distracted. That's itself a first step forward. Then you can bring it back. Otherwise, you will be enjoying the drama going on in the mind. Replay all the incidents. We will be enjoying it. Suddenly you realize your mind is going somewhere else. Then you bring it back. Then if you continue that practice, after some time, the mind won't get a chance to go too far. Before that, you will be recognizing and bring it back. And another idea, often we think that because the mind is not concentrated, the attempt at meditation is a waste of time. It's not a waste of time. Every attempt is strengthening, is a small step on the path, is progressing. It's like the little baby, or before it few months old, try to stand up, falls down. But that doesn't stop. It's a fail. Oh, I'm a failure, I can't stand. The baby doesn't think like that. It tries to stand up again and again falls down. And then within a few days, it is able to stand up. And then try to take a few steps forward, fall down. It continues. The same with meditation. We fail. Doesn't matter. We try again and again. It's also like exercising the body. You exercise, you start walking. Suppose you haven't walked. You have a very what do you call potato couch lifestyle? Couch potato lifestyle, and suddenly you realize, no, I have to exercise, and you go for walk for a few kilometers, and then you realize all the muscles are aching. No, it's failure. It's no point in trying my walking. No, you don't do that. You continue. The next day, few days, muscles will be aching and then become strong. The same with meditation. And earlier we said how the distracting thought comes. Why do these distracting thoughts arise? They say because of desires. We have got a lot of desires in our conscious mind as well as in the unconscious and subconscious mind. The conscious desires which are in the conscious mind, when if not fulfilled, they go down to the unconscious mind and then later to the subconscious mind. And ordinarily they don't get a chance to come up, but they all will come up when we try to sit quietly. Now, can we completely stop these thought waves? They say no. They are like a flood tide coming up. We can't stop them, but we can redirect them. We can channel them in different ways. When undesirable, that's what we do in meditation. We try to direct these thoughts in a particular way. Suppose we are having thoughts of anger. They say, bring in opposite thought, bring in thoughts of love. hatred or bring in thoughts of sympathy and compassion. And another method they say is, when you sit for meditation, start the meditation saying that may good come to all. May good peace come to all, the east, west, north, south, up, down. In the beginning, it is mechanical, doesn't feel anything happening. I'm not really sincere in saying that. But make the practice. After some time, you can feel a difference. It's not helping anybody else, but it's helping me. I become calmer. I become, the negative thoughts that are arising in my mind becomes less and less. And we become more tolerant of others. Our impatience with being impatient with other people become less. We become more tolerant of others. We have more positive energy and greater sympathy for other people. And another criticism of meditation is running away or turning your back to life and its problems. Or you're simply sitting there, closing your eyes. There's a lot of problem in life. You have to face them. Yes, in meditation is not running away from problems, but facing the challenges and difficulties with courage. If you run away from one problem, you'll be facing another problem, maybe more challenging. This particular problem, maybe you know how to deal with it. It's difficult, but you know how to deal with it. And you run away from that, you may be facing another one which you don't know, completely new one, more difficult. So it's not running away from problem. Meditation helps us to face problem with courage, and we are better equipped. Our mind is better equipped to face the problems. We have to face the problems of life. Nobody has got a smooth life. Everybody has got problems in life. And as Swamiji says, face the brute. We have to face the brute. And meditation, because it makes us calmer and less restless, we will be able to face the world in a better way and do our duties, perform our duties more efficiently. Now, meditation has become very popular. There is not just for a spiritual purpose, secular places also are promoting meditation. Workplaces, businesses, schools, hospitals, all promoting meditation. And now with the meditation becoming so popular, the scientists are interested to find out the influence of meditation on the body and mind of people. Now, through the experiments, they have found that regular meditation and prayer can bring about several changes in the human brain. It seems in New York University conducted a study on some Buddhist monks and found that meditation can dramatically improve the quality of our life and experiences. A clear, focused mind bring in better perceptions and thus improve the experiences of life. And another thing, through meditation, we become cheerful, not exuberant, overflow of emotions. No, become cheerful. That is one of the signs of spiritual progress, being a cheerful disposition. I have heard people saying that, oh, you are happy and cheerful because you don't have any problems. Somebody who was staying with us one day, we was reading the life of some of the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, because we at night we have some reading before we go to bed. We all sit together and read. So we were reading, and then this person this particular Swami's life, whom we are reading, they were joking and laughing and a lot of things. So we were all laughing. And then that lady said, oh, they are happy and you are all happy because you don't have any problem. Well, let the person come and stay with us and see whether there is any problem or not. Nobody is free from problem. Everybody has got their share of problem. Your problem may not be my problem won't be your problem, but problem is great or difficult for that particular person. Everybody has challenges and problems in life. And we have to face it. But spiritual life makes us, meditation and spiritual life makes us face the problem in a cheerful way. We have to face the problem anyway. So why should you worry too much about it? You wait for the problem to come to you, it becomes bigger. When you see there's a problem which is to be dealt with, go forward and meet it. When the problem in the early stages, initial stages, you may be able to deal it easily. Just like pulling out a sapling. When you leave it there, become a huge tree, and then it is difficult to cut it down. Even short periods of regular meditation gives this cheerfulness. Now, all these benefits are there for the body. The doctors will say, your meditation, regular meditation will lower your blood pressure, give you greater immunity, even slows aging. And then there's benefits for the mind, less stress, increased focus, increased memory, and heightened awareness of the states of mind. And we have, in our daily life, we have got benefits, better interpersonal relationships. All these are there, but we should not lose sight of the real aim of meditation. These are benefits there. I don't deny these benefits for the body, mind, and in our daily social life. But the real aim, ultimate aim of meditation is connecting ourselves with the higher self or God. These benefits are byproducts. They come anyway. You don't have to strive for it. As you practice, these will come naturally. But that does not mean that you concentrate on that only and forget the aim, ultimate aim. That should be kept always in mind. And these benefits for the body, mind, are sufficient for people who take up meditation to fulfill their worldly ambitions. We often hear people talking about how they're meditating and their kundalini is rising from one center to another level center, and they are feeling higher spiritual states. But if you look at the life, if you see them leading a wild, uncontrolled life, then they don't go together. They will end up in disaster. And Kundalini rising and all that doesn't happen immediately. It comes after a long practice, hardest practice. You may imagine all these things, but it doesn't happen actually. And uncontrolled life won't lead you to that. Heightened awareness and focused mind, which they attain or gain through the practice of meditation, they are using for worldly enjoyment, enjoyment of the sense pleasures. And that is, often it may lead to disaster, because as Swami Yatiswarananda always says, concentration without purity of mind is dangerous. You try to concentrate your mind, but if your mind is not pure, They are using the concentrated mind for the wrong purposes. It is really dangerous. Concentration, along with concentration, you should have purity of mind. And so we should be careful to keep the final aim, the ultimate goal of meditation always in mind. Don't forget it. And for that, to keep that in mind, we need an ethical living, regular practice, patience and perseverance are absolutely necessary. Because if you don't have patience, a few failure will discourage us. And we won't persevere then. So we need patience and perseverance. And ethical living is also necessary. Ethical living gives us purity of mind and regular practice. Because there is no instant realization. People may advertise instant realization, instant God vision and all that. It doesn't happen instantly unless there's a long preparation. The mind has to be purified, mind has to be concentrated. The purified mind has to be concentrated. Only then you will have self-realization. Getting the mind fixed on the spiritual ideal is a long, arduous practice. Because our mind is so restless. Swami Vivekananda has compared our ordinary human mind to a restless monkey. How restless the monkey is. You cannot make the monkey sit quietly for a minute. Even if the body is quiet, look at its eyes, it will be always fleeting from one to another. Look this way, this way. Many people are like that. So that shows our restlessness. Our mind is like a restless monkey. And then Swamiji says, suppose the monkey, somebody gave the monkey a lot of wine. So the monkey is drunk with wine. On the top of that, it was stung by a scorpion, extremely painful, and possessed by a demon. Then what will be the state of that monkey? How restless that monkey will be. Our mind is like that. Now, what is the wine that we are drinking? The wine of desire. Endless desires we have. You think that, oh, if I fulfill this particular desire, I'll be happy. But even before that desire is fulfilled, and you are enjoying the results of that particular desire, another one has already come. Or you may find that once that it is fulfilled, you think that you realize that you didn't want that desire. It was unwanted desire, but it's too late now. So desires are endless. So we are drunk with the desire, wine of desire. Then we are stung by the scorpion of jealousy. Somebody else has got something which I don't have, I'm jealous. Jealousy. And possessed by the demon of pride. So extremely restless mind. And trying to concentrate that mind on that spiritual ideal, it's not easy, it's very hard work. But there is no other way. Sri Krishna says in the Gita, Shanai Shanai Ruparamet. Little by little, slowly and slowly, bring the mind back. Don't try hard. If you pull hard a branch, what will happen? The branch will break. But gradually you bring it, change it slowly, slowly. Over a period of time, it will bend in particular in the direction that you want to. So our mind is like that. Gradually, little by little, bring it and again, bring it back and put it on the object of meditation. There is no other way. If there is any other way, then Sri Krishna would have told Arjuna, when Arjuna complained that the mind is restless, turbulent, strong, unyielding. These are the terms that Arjuna, the great hero, uses for his mind. And we know how much concentration Arjuna had. As a young student, when his teacher put all the students to test in concentration, taking an aim at the bird kept on a tree, the teacher said, take aim on the eye of the bird. And as each student came to take aim, he asked, what do you see? And they said they see the teacher, the other students, the tree, the bird, everything. There's only Arjuna who said he see the bird. Then what else you see? He said, I don't see the bird, I see the eye of the bird, nothing else. So much was his concentration. And that Arjuna is saying, the mind is restless, turbulent, strong, unyielding. It's almost impossible to control it. But Sri Krishna didn't give any method to control it other than practice and detachment. If there is any other practice, he would have told him, oh, do this and you'll be able to focus the mind. No, he said practice. Practice and detachment. There's only two ways. In our daily life, we see that we can do apparently impossible things through constant, regular practice. There's a story that one man, they had a newborn calf. He lifted the calf and walked for some time, some distance. And he did that every day after day, month after month, carrying that calf. He didn't even remember or realize that the calf is growing into a full-grown bull. But he was able to carry it. And suddenly one day somebody asked, how are you carrying this huge bull? Because practice. He had been doing it every day. So it becomes perhaps almost impossible thing he was able to do. And his muscles got strong, doing it every day. So through practice, what we think impossible, we can do. How people practice for sports, arts, music, dance, everything. How do they do it? Through practice. The other day we were talking about, in a WIN meeting, music and art in Hinduism. And then we said about the dance. Then somebody commented how wonderful this dance, the movements and everything, how flexible they are and how long they can do. Then the person who was presenting said, well, they practice at least 10 years before they come to the stage for the first time. Practice for 10 years. Then only they come to the stage for the first time. And then his practice continues. Once you come 10 years practice, you don't stop it there. You continue the practice. The same with everybody. All these champions that we see, how many hours of practice, daily practice, for how many years they put to become the champion, whether it is sports or arts or anything. So practice makes the impossible possible. Along with practice, to persevere in the practice, we should have faith in ourselves. I will be able to do it. That faith in ourselves is needed. Only then we will persevere in our practice. Otherwise, after a few days, we feel discouraged. But have the faith, I'll be able to do it. And determination, strong determination. Whatever happens, however long it takes, however much effort I have to put in, I will do it. That determination is needed to persevere in the practice. And if we persevere, after some time, we find that meditation becomes a little easier. The mind is not distracted so much. The gaps between the distraction become longer and longer. We are able to sit without distraction for longer periods. But that does not mean that you relax the effort, struggle. No, you have to continue. Or you will lose what you have already gained. And we must have a clear spiritual purpose. Otherwise, meditating for 8-10 hours can be dangerous. If your aim is benefit for the body and mind, 5-10 minutes meditation is enough. You don't have to meditate for 8-10 hours. 8-10 hours without a spiritual purpose, a lot of energy is released in the system, and it can be dangerous if you don't know how to channel that energy. And even not just for the benefit of body and mind, even for spiritual practices, if you are starting for the first time, the beginners, they say start with just 5 to 10 minutes meditation. Don't start too much. Slowly increase the time. Don't, in the early enthusiasm, start for few hours, and then there'll be backlash. So gradually start first with slow few minutes, and gradually over the period, increase the time of meditation. Because we have to prepare ourselves. Otherwise, we won't be able to withstand our nerves won't be strong enough to withstand the energy which is released in the system. And how do we prepare ourselves? We prepare through regulated life, doing unselfish service, and ethical practices. These are the way to prepare ourselves for real meditation. Real meditation is the 7th step in the 8 limbs of Patanjali's meditation, just below samadhi. So how important meditation is, how great meditation is, shows that. It is just below the stage of samadhi. It's a state of complete inner absorption, where the mind flows continuously without a break to the object of meditation. The example given is like oil poured from one vessel to another, flows in an unbroken flow. There is no break there. The mind is going like that. That is a 7th stage. And then that leads to samadhi, complete absorption. And depending upon our inner development, people experience different degrees of concentration and contemplative moods. So depending upon that, people have been, we can broadly categorize them into 4 groups. There is the perfect, who doesn't have any problem. Wherever he or she sits for meditation, the mind just immediately goes to get absorbed. Like Swami Vivekananda. Swamiji had trouble trying to get the mind away from meditation. When he was in America, especially in the early days, he get into the tram, and as soon as he sits down, the mind goes into meditation. And the stop where he is supposed to get out, get down, come and gone. Again, he is woken from the meditation by the conductor asking for the fare. 2-3 times they goes round and round. He got absorbed. He has had hard struggle to break that habit of deep meditation. Wherever he sat, he got into meditation. That's his perfect. Then there is the adept. The adepts are also very good in meditation. They also can meditate in good spots, not much problem. If soothing, a quiet spot they sit, the mind will straight away goes into meditative mood. Then there is the striving one. Striving people need favorable circumstances. So they have maybe a separate corner in the house, or go to a temple or church and have helps like soothing music, burning the incense, having pictures of holy people of God. These are all help, because they are striving, they are struggling, and these help them in their getting into the mood of meditation. But when it comes to the beginners, we are all beginners. Though we say that we have been meditating for years, we are still beginners. For beginners, may not experience meditative mood even in favorable condition. Often the meditation is dry, monotonous, mechanical. Just because I have made the resolve to sit for meditation, morning and evening, I am sitting. The mind is not concentrated. I don't feel any taste for meditation, don't get any joy, but it is a mechanical thing. Still, we have to persevere. But then there are helps are there. They gave some hints how to get some help. Company of holy people, company of like-minded people. Instead of sitting alone, if you sit along with like-minded people, that's a help, because everybody is trying to concentrate, trying to think about higher things. So everybody is sending out good vibrations out, and that helps us. We are helping others, we are being helped by others, both ways goes. Peaceful surroundings, devotional music or chants, they're all helpful. And practice of slow, regulated breathing. And these are some of the practices that help us for the beginners to get into the meditative mood. And another thing you always have to remember, that getting distracted is not a failure. The failure will be when you stop even trying. As long as you're trying, you are trying again and again, it's not a failure. If you stopped trying, that's a failure. So we have to remember that. Noticing distractions happen, that's a step forward, because early days we didn't even notice it. Now we are aware of this distracting state of mind. That's a good step forward. And slowly, if you continue the practice with patience and perseverance, we are sure to enjoy longer pieces between the distractions and enjoy some amount of degree of joy from meditation and greater peace. I'll just conclude with what Swami Brahmananda says about meditation. In the beginning, take care while you meditate, you do not overtax your brain. The brain may get heated. You do not overtax your brain. Go slowly. Gradually intensify your effort. Through regular practice, when your mind becomes steady, meditation will be easier. Thank you.
This week we'll have the yoga class on Thursday morning from 10 to 11:15 a.m. On Friday, we'll have the fortnightly discussion on Bhagavad Gita, led by Gayatriprana from 7:30. And next Sunday, we're celebrating Sri Rama's birthday, and we'll have talks by Maitili Baker and Gayatriprana. And as usual, you're invited to bring some sweets or savories to offer, which we can share afterwards. We'll conclude with listening to a guided meditation by revered Pravrajika Ajayaprana Mataji. And as she used to say, please sit up straight and close your eyes.
O Lord, may my mind be so cleansed and strengthened that it may respond to the great mind of the universe. May my heart be in tune with the heart of the universe. May His power and glory be manifest in my life. May His grace surround me and inspire me in all my actions. May I be shielded from all pettiness and littleness, and may I be made worthy of His love and blessing. Help me to open my heart that I may feel His divine inspiration in me and others. Please make my thought free from all distractions, my sight clear, that I may perceive His holy presence in everything and everyone. Rouse my mind and soul and spiritual consciousness that I may manifest nobility and strength in all my actions. Closing your eyes, sit straight. Turn your inner eye towards your spiritual heart. See the light of the world shining therein. When we can't see, it means we are not looking properly. It is there, shining always, whether we look towards it or not, whether we are sleeping or awake, shining bright and clear. We can visualize it as a wonderful flame. In fact, it has no shape. It's just light, a beautiful light, which, as the great texts say, does not need any fuel to burn, does not send out smoke, does not cast any shadow of anything, penetrates and interpenetrates everything. Very powerful, but not piercingly hot. It's cool, bright, but not dazzlingly bright. It's a wonderful glow, ever shining in our heart. For convenience, we can picture it as a beautifully shaped flame. Now, if we try and concentrate on that flame, fully believing that it is there, we can see it shining in the center of our heart. There it is, a beautiful flame, shining in the center of our heart. It belongs to us. Nobody can cover it. Nobody can steal it. Nobody can share it. It's my own. It belongs to me. But it is the light of the universe. It is the condensed form of the life energy of the universe. I carry it wherever I go. I can turn to it when I need help, when I need power, when I need energy. Concentrate on that flame and see that, feel it, that tiny currents of energy are flowing out from that very tiny, feeble, all around. In the center, the beautiful flame is there, and from that, tiny currents of energy are flowing out into all parts of the heart. Tiny little glow from the heart. It flows into all parts of the body, into the arms, into the legs, into the trunk of the body, into the head. Just feel that the whole body is filled with a tiny glow, a beautiful feeling of a glow all over inside the body, with the flame shining in the center of the heart. The glow comes out and covers the whole body outside, covers the skin with a thin film of radiance. Just hold the body. Let us try to hold the body in this state of perfect equilibrium. There is the flame of beauty, radiance, joy, and power in the center of the heart. The tiny glow of its radiance coming out of the flame, filling the heart and overflowing into the body, has come out and spread all over the skin as a thin film of radiance. We are immersed in the bliss of God. We are surrounded by the power of God. We are filled with the radiance of God's beauty. We are carrying the condensed form of the life energy of the universe. Just let us hold ourselves in this state for some time. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.